Next up, I'd like to call on Alana Newbrook, Regional Director of New South Wales at WSP, who's going to provide us with a short presentation on some of the work that they've been doing in partnership with the Western Sydney University Centre for Western Sydney and ourselves at the Dialogue. And I know that we've got a few of Alana's colleagues from WSP here, David Tao and Victoria Black. I've seen just two of them, but the work they've done on this thought leadership has been really quite impressive. We were proud to partner with them in the Dialogue, and I'll leave it to Alana now to tell you a bit more about it. Alana Newbrook.
And clicking. I'll just check with the little clicker here. Does it go? Oh, gotcha. I think. All right. Sorry. Anyway, as mentioned, I'll start slowly. WSP, in collaboration with Western Sydney Leadership Dialogue and Western Sydney University, we're very pleased to bring you the Western Sydney Centre's Beyond Recovery paper. Very handy, it's on everyone's desk there. So we do hope you to take the time to read it. And I just want to also do a thank you to some of the authors and the key champions of the paper, including, as mentioned, David Tao from WSP, Dr. Andy Marks from the Western Sydney University, and Chris Brown, of course, from the Western Sydney Leadership Dialogue. So, the Metropolis of Three Cities plan, published by the Greater Sydney Commission in 2017, has changed the way we think about Sydney and has increased the focus and the outcomes for the Western Sydney, which is great to see. Western Sydney is the economic engine for Sydney, and post-COVID, now more so than ever. Nevertheless, the quality of life, health, economic and accessibility outcomes for the residents of Western Sydney is still well below those enjoyed by many other parts of Sydney. So the aim of our paper really was to think about the centres of Western Sydney and what some of the key strategies would be employed to address these disparities and drive both economic outcomes and quality of place, particularly post-COVID. So the report I'm going to very touch on at a high level for you today is really centred around three key themes, and that is healthy and accessible places, the building of a knowledge economy, and understanding of people and place. So here we have the healthy and accessible places, and we know that better transport options will deliver better outcomes and health, wellbeing and quality of life for the Western Sydney residents. As we heard this morning from Dr. John Lamont, 75 to 85% of all trips are taken by car in Western Sydney. This compares to 25% of car trips taken here in the city of Sydney. So Western Sydney residents need better support across all levels of government to address the root causes of car dependence and encourage strong modal shift toward public and active transport. So we recommend establishing ambitious mode share targets to drive this, along with planning, policy and investment settings. At WSP, we use a customer connectivity tool which measures how well the public transport network and services work to meet customer needs for access to things like jobs, education and universities. So we found of the 2.5 million people that live in Western Sydney, our customer connectivity tool estimated that only approximately 10% of that population would be able to access only 5,000 jobs within a 15-minute cycling journey. So hence you can start to see the need why the residents of Western Sydney need to hop in their cars, travel longer distance to get access to the employment that they so desire. So, I mean, I think it would be great when the Western Sydney International Airport's built if we have more people of those local residents in the area being able to ride to work, walk to work, catch the bus and, of course, or the metro, and be able to do so in shorter periods of time. I'm not pressing it hard enough. The second theme that we wanted to talk about was retention and attraction. And I liked Jeff Uni's of the New Black. And Western Sydney University's mission is to prepare its almost 45,000 students to be positive and active agents in their communities, taking up roles as innovative entrepreneurs, future thinkers, global citizens and environmental and sustainability advocates. So to ensure we increase our standing on the Global Innovation Index, where we're currently ranked as number 37, placemaking is going to be a major factor. So we recommend the centres of Western Sydney should be both planned and deregulated to enable the evolution of integrated innovation precincts, incorporating mixed-use activities around core public spaces. And within this context, rapid transport options must be pursued that intersect and disrupt spaces rather than simply by connecting them. And our last theme in the paper is understanding of people and place. So I've heard a bit of that here today as well, and we do believe opportunities exist to grow thriving and connected urban centres that feature jobs, learning, transport and amenity based on leading practice approaches to place-making to support great places for people. Visionary thinking, collaborative partnerships, place-based planning and effective engagement underpin the future success of Western Sydney centres so that they can grow and emerge. We recommend to embed human-centred design into those planning processes. This means community co-design, iterative prototyping and a strong focus on heritage, and as we've heard, embracing First Nations, but also inclusive of the arts, culture, to support those place-based outcomes. So in short, embracing the diversity of Western Sydney to really for inclusivity. So in conclusion, our paper, Western Sydney Centres Beyond Recovery, promotes the delivery of more accessible, connected and livable places for Western Sydney, ensuring that the region's human capital is recognised and prioritised just as much as its infrastructure pipeline of works. Thank you very much.